Passive income isn't a dream, it's a strategy, Pat Flynn. Flynn. From the moment you decide that building passive income is not a distant fantasy but a concrete strategy, everything shifts. You wake one morning with a sense of quiet resolve. You sit at your desk before dawn. The world is still. In the hush, you draw a single line on a clean sheet of paper. My passive income goal. You breathe. You name the number. You see it clearly. In that instant, you commit. You will make money while you sleep. That phrase, once cliché, now feels like a promise. You fold the paper and tuck it into your planner. You will return to it each week. The first days are simple. You study the landscape of possibilities. You read about rental properties, dividend stocks, digital courses, affiliate marketing, peer-to-peer lending. Each model glitters with potential. You choose one focus, launching an online course in your area of expertise. You believe in your knowledge. You believe others will pay to learn what you can teach. By the end of week 1, you draft an outline. 10 modules. Each module breaks into lessons. You sketch slide titles. You write bullet points. You set deadlines. 1 lesson per week. You protect time slots in your calendar for content creation. In week 2, you record your first lesson. You stumble over a sentence. You pause. You breathe. You remind yourself that authenticity matters more than perfection. You finish. You upload the video. You learn to edit with simple tools. You refine your approach. You get faster. Week 3 brings the first taste of doubt. Who will buy this? You wonder. You scroll through forums. You see hungry questions. You open a document and answer each one in detail. You realize your course solves real problems. You fine-tune your landing page copy. You swap jargon for plain language. You add testimonials from beta users even if they're friends. You polish the sales pitch at the close of month 1 you launch. You send an email to your list. You post on social media. You watch the first sale notification ping your inbox. You smile. You sit back. You realize the sale happened without live teaching. You earn money from the work you did once. You taste the power of leverage. Month 2, you diversify. You open a brokerage account. You start small with dividend-paying stocks. You pick companies you know, the one that makes your favorite tool, the one that streams your favorite show. You buy shares. You set up dividend reinvestment. You feel a thrill as those tiny payouts reinvest automatically. You watch your position grow over weeks. You track the compounding in a spreadsheet. In month 3, you explore real estate. You partner with a local group offering syndicated deals. You invest a modest sum. You read the offering memorandum. You learn about cash flow, projections. You imagine receiving quarterly statements. You imagine your share of rent depositing straight into your account. You grasp that real estate can yield income streams that require little day-to-day management. By month 4, you juggle 3 streams: course sales, dividends, and syndication payouts. Each month you tally earnings. You set aside a portion for reinvestment and a portion for spending. You treat each stream like a branch of a tree. You prune costs and water investments. You protect momentum. In month 5, a challenge arises. Your course sales plateau. You review analytics. See potential students leave before checkout. Experiment with email sequences. You A/B test subject lines. You add a free mini workshop to your funnel. You sharpen your messaging. You solve the leak. Sales tick up again. You learn that passive income still demands active oversight. Month 6 brings the greatest lesson: time versus money. You realize you love the course creation process. You record bonus content. You interview industry experts. You turn those conversations into podcast episodes. You publish them automatically each week. You attract new leads. You repurpose audio into blog posts. You automate social sharing. You see how content becomes an ongoing magnet. At the 6-month mark, you pause. You block a reflection day. You review each income stream. You calculate year-to-date passive earnings. Compare them to last year's active earnings. You feel joy. You feel surprise. You feel confidence. You update your goal. You raise it 20%. In month 7, you explore affiliate marketing. You write in-depth reviews of tools you use daily. You include affiliate links. You disclose openly. You build trust. You write with integrity. You watch as modest commissions arrive. They are small but real. You repeat the pattern. You refine your content strategy. Month 8, you look into peer-to-peer lending. You invest in small business loans on a platform you trust. You spread risk. Across dozens of loans, you track payments. You reinvest principal and interest. You watch a new passive branch grow. You learn how diversification works in lending. In month 9, you face a hurdle. One platform delays payments. You investigate. You communicate with support. You learn about reserve funds. You understand risk better. You adjust your allocation. You reduce exposure to higher risk loans. You protect your income. At month 10, you have 5 streams humming. You face the temptation to chase the next shiny model. You resist. You sit with your planner. You recommit to strengthening and scaling the 5 you have. You raise your course prices modestly. You launch and upsell a coaching bundle. You increase dividend contributions. You allocate more to real estate syndications. You steady the ship in. Month 11, you mentor another founder in passive strategy. Explaining concepts to someone else deepens your mastery. You coach her on funnel design. You share your email templates. You guide her through her first syndication investment. You watch her spark her own passive journey. You realize strategy spreads when shared. As the year nears its end, you prepare for a grand tally. You block time for an annual review. Statements. Use some revenue. You compute the ratio of active to passive earnings. You see that passive now comprises 60%. You feel a surge of pride. On the last day of the year, you wake to a gentle rain. Sit with your coffee in hand. You read your progress log. You close your eyes and feel gratitude. You built multiple income machines. You learn that passive is not magic. It is method. It is careful planning. It is execution. It is iteration. You understand now that passive income does not require vast wealth or hidden secrets. It requires a strategy. Pick models you understand. Start small, reinvest returns, diversify risk, and automate wherever possible. It demands disciplined, scheduled time for monitoring, for optimization, for creative growth, beyond the numbers. You notice transformations in yourself. You've grown patient. You've learned to trust systems. You've cultivated a mindset that values leverage over busy work. You've developed a sense of abundance. You approach new opportunities with methodical curiosity. Looking ahead, you sketch the next 12 months. You foresee launching a membership community, writing a book, expanding your course catalog. You plan to increase your dividend portfolio. You intend to explore commercial real estate crowdfunding. You mark tentative dates in your planner. You feel the familiar hum of possibility. Because passive income isn't a dream. It's a strategy, step-by-step game plan. You design, build, and refine. You proved it to yourself. You did it by committing time, by applying knowledge, by measuring results, by adjusting course. You've built systems that outlive your effort. And now each morning, you wake with a different question. Not how will I make money today, but which system will I optimize today? You sip your coffee, you open your dashboard, you smile. Because money works for you now, while you sleep, while you travel, while you live. Because you turned a dream into strategy, and strategy built your freedom.